Hello everybody, and you're all very welcome this week to our poetry and song. Welcome from me, Michael Farry, and from Matt Gilsenan. I hope you all had a very good week. I hope you enjoyed all this wonderful sunshine, which looks like continuing for another little while. I'm going to start this week with a bit of humour from a poet called Jenny Joseph. The poem is called Warning. When I am an old woman, I shall wear purple, with a red hat which doesn't go and doesn't suit me, and I shall spend my pension on brandy and summer gloves and satin sandals, and say we've no money for butter. I shall sit down on the pavement when I'm tired and gobble up samples in shops and press alarm bells and run my stick along the public railings and make up for the sobriety of my youth. I shall go out in my slippers in the rain and pick flowers in other people's gardens and learn to spit. You can wear terrible shirts and grow more fat and eat 3 pounds of sausages at one go, or only bread and pickle for a week, and hoard pens and pencils and beer mats and things in boxes. But now we must have clothes that keep us dry, and pay our rent, and not swear in the street, and set a good example for the children. We must have friends to dinner, and read the papers. But maybe I ought to practice a little now, so people who know me are not too shocked and surprised when suddenly I grow old and start to wear purple. Now we have Matt, and Matt Gilsenan is going to share some memories with us and sing the song, The Old Sidecar. Take it away, Matt.
My late father wasn't what you could call a tenor soloist, but he could sing and he could carry a tune, as they say. And as I said so often before, in our house we had a party once or twice or maybe 3 times a year. There'd be family gatherings where the family would come in from all over the county, usually on their bicycles, and they'd carry their fiddles and accordions and stuff on the bikes. And we'd have a musical session, and my father's turn would come, and everybody knew what he was going to sing, a song called The Outside Car. Now, I never heard anybody else, only my dad, sing The Outside Car. Never. Don't know where he got it. And all those years, the thought occurred to me that I would add it a little bit to my own repertoire. And I adapted it a little bit. I took liberties. I localized it a little bit. In other words, the words of the song are a little bit more local than they used to be. And I think I need to wear a cap to set the scene. Those of you old enough to remember the Irish actor Barry Fitzgerald might have a mental picture of him sitting on a sidecart as a Jarvey in Killarney. Anyway, that's the mental picture that I have in my mind every time I sit down to sing this song. And if I can remember the words, it goes like this. I was driving to the fair on me outside car when I met sweet Kitty Clare on the road to Mullingar. She was walking, I must state, and says I to her, "O Kate, would you like to take a seat on me outside car?" "Yes," says she, "I'll take a lift on your outside car, and I'll thank you for the gift, for it's miles to Mullingar." "And," says she, "if you don't mind, and the pony is resigned, sure I'll drive you like the wind on your outside car." Now when Kitty took the reins on me outside car, sure me heart near burst its veins on the road to Mullingar. How she drove the little beast, did I mind not in the least? I was anchored to her waist on me outside car. Now an awkward place to kiss is an outside car, but I tried when she said yes on the road to Mullingar. Ah, me blessings on the day, now the neighbours all do say, there goes Mrs. Matt O'Shea on her outside car.
Thanks, Matt. That was lovely. Now I'm going to read a W.B. Yeats poem. When You Are Old. When you are old and grey and full of sleep, and nodding by the fire, take down this book and slowly read and dream of the soft look your eyes had once, and of their shadows deep. How many loved your moments of glad grace, and loved your beauty with love false or true. But one man loved the pilgrim soul in you, and loved the sorrows of your changing face. And bending down beside the glowing bars, murmur a little sadly how love fled and paced upon the mountains overhead, and hid his face amid a crowd of stars. That's a nice poem. So now back to Matt, and this is something from the past. He's singing in Arizona sometime in the 1980s with the Scottsdale Symphony Orchestra, and he's going to sing Roses of Picardy, and I'm going to show you some nice video from Along the River Boyne in Trim. So enjoy the music and enjoy the singing and enjoy the River Boyne.
She is watching by the poplars, Collinette with the sea blue eyes. She is watching and longing and waiting where the great wide roadway lies, and a song stirs in the silence as the wind in the boughs above. She listens and starts and trembles. 'Tis the first little song of love. Roses are shining in Picardy, in the hush of the silver dew. Roses are flowering in Picardy, but there's never a rose like you. And the roses will die with the summertime, though our roads may be far apart. But there's one rose that dies not in Picardy. 'Tis the rose that I keep in my heart. And the years go on forever, till the shadows veil their skies, and he longs to hold her little hand, and look in her sea blue eyes. And she sees the road by the poplars, where they met in those bygone years. But the first little song of the roses is the last little song she hears. Roses are shining in Picardy, in the hush of the silver dew. Roses are flowering in Picardy, but there's never a rose like you. And the roses will die with the summertime, though our roads may be far apart. But there's one rose that dies not in Picardy. 'Tis the rose that I keep in my heart.
I'm going to finish this week with a poem of my own from my first collection, Asking for Directions. It's called The Ball of Twine, and it's about how in the past our parents and grandparents recycled everything. The Ball of Twine. Like the box of nails and the jar of pins, the ball of twine was started straight away. Its nucleus, the strings from wedding gifts, added to when they unpacked from town their first full set of delf from Meldrum's sale. It grew with cords from baby gowns, the passed down christening robe, first pair of shoes, Christmas tea sets, teddy bears, the regular New Jersey winter parcel. When need compelled, they'd peel some off, to wrap the present when the neighbour wed, tie summer flowers for the infant's coffin, secure the cardboard case of emigrant. But on balance, year by year, it modestly accrued, until decades later, redundant, replaced by rubber band and sellotape, it became an antique toy for grandchildren, plundered to string their kites which scraped the sky, and bows to play at Robin Hood, or make a slingshot to derange the rooks. Last week they reached the origin, stood gaping at the first frayed scented strand, where all that wound increase once began. Thank you all very much for listening to our poetry and song. I hope you enjoy them. I hope you have a very, very enjoyable week, and we look forward to seeing you all again next week. In the meantime, take care. God bless.